You know how some people collect shoes or fridge magnets? Me, I collected arguments. Long, detailed ones with dates, tones of voice, and emotional exhibits. Hi, I'm Amanda, and this is How to Keep Your Man. Today, I'm opening a drawer I should have emptied years ago, the one labeled, Everything Ken Ever Did Wrong. I used to think memory was my superpower. I'd recall quotes and moments like a courtroom stenographer. Ken would move on, but I'd keep his mistakes filed away, ready for reference. He'd say, "Let's not argue tonight," and I'd smile sweetly while quietly updating my internal archive. I told myself I was being wise. In reality, I was keeping our love under surveillance. A simple moment, him forgetting milk, could spiral into, "This is just like when you forgot our anniversary." He'd stand there confused, talking about milk, while I dragged us back to 2019. I thought I was holding him accountable, but really, I was keeping score in a game love never agreed to play. It began as fear of being hurt again. Remembering felt like protection, but my armor kept him out and kept me trapped. One night, during a tiny argument about money, he said, "Let's wait before we buy that couch." And I snapped, "Oh, just like when you didn't support me with that business idea." He went quiet, then softly said, "Amanda, you never let me change." Those words cracked something open. He had changed, but I refused to see it. I kept dragging the new him back into the shadow of the old one. We say we want men to grow, but sometimes we don't make room for their growth. We frame their past mistakes like wall art, not realizing it blocks the sunlight. I remember the moment everything shifted. We were on a road trip to Florida. I brought up an old fight out of habit. He didn't argue, just turned up the radio. Let It Go started playing. He laughed. "Even Elsa knows what you need to do." We laughed until we cried, and in that silly moment, I felt my pride melt. I realized I was exhausted from remembering everything. I didn't want to live in a courtroom. I wanted a home. So I started practicing emotional amnesty. When we truly resolved something, I'd whisper, "Delete file, move on." Some days my ego resisted. "He doesn't get how bad it hurt." But my heart whispered, "He already does." Forgiveness didn't erase the past. It freed the future. Slowly our home softened. We laughed more, talked more, breathed easier. Even our silences felt safe again. Because forgiveness is the oxygen love breathes. Sisters, hear me. Stop reopening wounds that healed. Don't turn every disagreement into a documentary of his old mistakes. If he's apologized, if he's changed, let him be new. You can't build a future while standing in the rubble of yesterday. Love cannot grow in a war zone, and peace cannot survive where the past is constantly exhumed. Sometimes I still feel the urge to say, "Remember when?" But now I pause, breathe, and remind myself, love isn't an archive. It's alive, tender, and worth protecting. So delete the files, close the case. Let the man you love grow into who he's becoming. Because love that forgives doesn't lose power, it gains depth. If this spoke to you, share it with the women in your world. Healing grows in community. Let's remind each other that forgiveness isn't weakness, it's strength. Join me next time on How to Keep Your Man as we uncover another quiet habit that eats away at connection and learn how to rebuild love with tenderness and grace.